live, guys. Go right ahead.
Okay. Welcome back. We are Bizak, the future of boxing. This is the show that you need to be tuned into. If you ain't tuned in, you need to find a way to tune in now because we got it. We got it happening here. Me and the champ and I. Yeah, the champ and I. We got terrible Tim Witherspoons on the show with us, and we're gonna be bringing this show together. Me and Mr. Terrible Tim, giving you the greatest in boxing. And of course, you get the information, the real fight information from the champ himself. How you doing, champ?
Everything good. All the knowledge right here.
Yeah. Man, listen, a treasure trove of knowledge of defense. I was just, I think your fight came up on the YouTube, and I was watching it again. It's amazing shit, man. Like, that's everything I try to teach my fighters. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can keep your brains in your head, you can execute a plan to get rid of the man in front of you. So I think defense is how you get from getting smacked around in there, so you can figure out and execute a plan. I don't think nobody does it better than you.
But keep your hands up.
That's right.
Keep their hands up, and remember that offense is just as important as defense. Defense is just as important as offense, and when they get that in their head, they'll start concentrating on both of them instead of just once throwing all punches. Unless somebody that know what they're doing, showing them how to do both.
Yeah, well, I remember you. I remember you broke down something before, and you need to break it down for the people here. The Philly shell. Now, we've all thought it was like this half guard position, but you said that the shell was just saying to get in your shell to be defensive. Can you break that down for us? So that was the shell there too.
That was it.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
So do you think the Philly shell was his own thing? Like, how do you think this Philly shell thing got started?
Well, what they doing now with this here, all that. I was taught that when I was boxing, but nobody called it the shell. No trainers, and nobody called it the shell. But us in the neighborhood and in the boxing gym, this was known as the shell with your elbows and everything, like this.
Tucked in, yeah.
Yeah, like tight, and that's like a shell. You're in the shell.
Yeah.
This is not really a shell. I never witnessed them. Maybe it could have been, but it was mainly this. And so when they started doing the Philadelphia shell stuff, I just learned about it 3 or 4 years after I retired. They started using it. So I never heard it when I was boxing, Philly shell. Never heard it.
Wow.
Yeah, nobody heard the Philly shell. But that's what they did in the neighborhood. They said, go in your shell, and you go like this. Go like that. So that's the only shell I know. But the Philly shell was probably created by somebody that really didn't know what the real Philly shell was. And they probably thought it was this.
Yeah. Roger just called it the shoulder roll. Like Roger called it shoulder rolling. Like he didn't.
Yeah, but the shoulder roll is just something separate. See, I know all this stuff. Yeah,
that's right. Break it on down for us, Chan. We here for it.
The shoulder roll, you got to time that along with his punch, and you got to come back with your punch or just roll with it. And you also have to rubberneck some of the times, make it look good. You might have to rubberneck with that shoulder because you move that shoulder, but not that chin. So you see what I'm saying? A lot of people roll shoulder rolling, but they're not protecting this. So sometimes the hand got to come up there, or you time it right and go rubberneck and come back with a punch, or go like this and go over top of the punch. When the punch is coming, time it with the chin and go over top. Like that.
Canelo used that rubbernecking like a Canelo is good at that rubbernecking. Canelo is a rubbernecker. He throw his face and come right back with the punch. Like he's taking the pressure off the punch, throwing his face off. Like he did it just like, what I'm saying? That's the old term right there for you people, rubbernecking. But with that shoulder roll, are you lifting the shoulder up and rolling it with you?
No, the rubberneck is just the neck. The shoulder roll is you're rolling with the punches. You can lift it up. You can lift it up. You can lift it up. You know, and block your chin when you rubberneck. When you I'm not rubbernecking. When you're doing the shoulder roll, you got to keep that up there so that punch don't come
keep
that chin.
So it slides off.
It slides off and hits you. So you got to make sure you get it up there and keep that chin protected. So the punch can go right to the top.
And that the hand catching you got from the back, like, was there a name to that? Because you do it so well, like this right here. Like, I remember when we first started talking.
That works along with the shoulder. That could see the shoulder goes right into the hand.
Like a catch.
The shoulder, it goes right into the hand. And
y'all see that, people? His hand is turning out. He ain't just doing that. Hand is turning. Go ahead,
the shoulder, you just meeting the shoulder with the hands. They best friends. They best friends.
They best friends. They buddies.
Yeah, they married, like, and they're supposed to come together. And then if they come this way, they block it, and you could go over top, or you could catch it.
And if he come back with that hook, if he come with that hook from that position right there, you just going right back here, right? Like if he came with the hook while you right here.
Oh yeah, if he came with the hook, you just snap your face. You snap your face, you can throw a hook with that, and come back. And this here, you leave across your stomach for body shots.
For the body shots. Okay.
Yeah. And then you also twist and throw a hook.
So y'all ain't have a name. You ain't have a name for the hand catching. Like there was no.
No. See what you doing? You got to throw that shoulder when you demonstrate on the camera. You got to throw that. You got to show them. Throw that shoulder in. Yeah, throw that shoulder in. Keep the elbow down. Keep that elbow down against the body, and just use your hand.
Just turning the hand.
Just turn the shoulder into it. Turn the shoulder in. Yeah, and you catch a 1-2 and everything right there. Keep your face behind that glove.
Wow.
Yeah, keep your face
right here for the hook, and if they go for that hook, you just slap the face.
Yeah, when you see the hook coming, bam, bam, come back.
We got you in that one right there. Can you break down that one right there? The one that you do.
That you doing it right. That's all you. All you have to do is lay it across the top. All you have to do is lay it across the top of your forehead. You'll block the majority of the jabs. This here goes on your stomach. This goes on your stomach, but you bring it up a lot. This goes in your stomach, right? But you bring it up a lot, and you shift it, and then you lean and catch shots. You bring it up here, then you turn this way. You can turn that way, then you can bring it back up, bring it down.
And see, and with that type of teaching, that teaching there, that's to me, that is the roots of 52 blocks. The whole being able to catch and parry and be defensive like that. That is that's the blueprint that brought about the whole system of 52 blocks. And the hand movement and the catching, they don't even teach that type of stuff no more. And I know you already told me, but for the people, who taught you that? Like, where did you pick that up from?
Well, a lot of the old trainers, they're not here now. They taught members of our era certain, parts of it. And my trainer, he knew a whole lot more about it. I got it. A lot of guys can do it. A lot of guys not given a chance to like train guys. They know how to do it, or they just don't want to train. But there's some guys out there that has a style, but not the full impact of it.
Yeah,
there is some that have the full impact of doing it, but then there's a whole lot of them just guessing.
Yeah, no, listen, nobody caught punches from the backhand like you did. Nobody. Yeah. I've searched, and my teacher made me a boxing historian. I go way back. Nobody played.
Well, he was martial arts. Was he martial arts or boxing?
He was boxing. He trained with Joe Frazier. He trained in Joe Frazier's gym.
Wait a minute. Yeah. You told me what's his name?
Wilson Pitts.
Oh.
Yeah, he was there. He was there when Georgie Benton was there. He was there when Georgie was there.
Yeah, he's an old guy.
Yeah. He's very old. Yeah. He's up there.
Okay.
He could be watching. Salute to Wilson Pitts. Yeah, he could be watching. Told me like many stories of Joe Frazier. One thing he would tell me, he said, you know what Joe Frazier would say to me every morning when he see me? And I said, what's that? He said, hey, white boy, they treating you good in here? Because we gentlemen in here. So, he was there to pick up a lot of the stuff. He said Georgie did something called wall boxing. He was highly defensive, kept you in the mirror for hours working on slipping, parrying, catching. But, he did a lot of shoulder rolling. But as far as the catch with the hand and the blocks, nobody did it like you. Nobody.
No, they do it. There's some of them do it. Like we all forget sometimes when you put your hands and you get hit. And then when you get hit, then you put it there in that area. When you're doing this and then you come this way. But the majority of the times you'll catch those punches. Just got to keep practicing and everything.
That's right. Well, defense is a big thing. Now, we hadn't got a chance to talk about it because we just now bringing the show back, the future of boxing. If you locked in right now, stay tuned. So I got to ask you, what did you think about the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight? I couldn't even watch it.
I already knew what the deal was. I already knew.
Yeah.
And I already knew what the deal was, and I just viewed a lot of the things that happened, that prepared before the fight and during the fight, and you could just tell. Tyson really wasn't training either. I don't think he was. He just hit the pads and made it look like like he's doing something. Yeah. But from the way he looked, he should have been in better shape than that. And it was all, to me, easy for him. Too easy. Jake Paul got in shape. Come on, man. As soon as you mention Tyson's name, a guy like Jake Paul going, what? Man, I ain't fighting him. Mm-hmm. So he in order for him to get in the ring, he had to know the real Tyson would just walk straight through him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So he had to know something before he got in there. He had to know. Something.
Yeah.
He knew.
Yeah. I'm just mad. I'm kind of mad at Tyson about it because it looked like he was selling his legacy to Jake Paul, and I figured he could have did that with Evander. He could have gotten there with Evander. Him and Evander would have made the same money. They would have made $20 million. They got a whole story behind them. So it's like. He could have gotten that in there with Evander, which would have been more real because they both, past their prime, older. You go in there fighting the young lion, that is training and has a lot of money and access to the best training facilities and abilities, and you know what I'm saying. So I just didn't like that fact that it seemed like he sold his legacy to Jake Paul, because when the story's told, they're just gonna say Paul beat Mike Tyson. They ain't gonna say, he be the old Mike Tyson. He, like I said, Evander been asking for the fight too. Like, why not give it to Evander? Like, Evander been asking for that rematch. Because Evander,
Jake Paul,
huh?
He was asking Jake Paul, or
no? I mean, Mike. Evander was asking Mike for when Mike fought Roy. Evander was trying to get the fight with Mike. So I'm just saying, like, they could have made that money together. Evander need that money too. Evander could use a little 10 million, So it's like, I'm not trying to be racial, but why go and give it to Jake? Sell your legacy to Jake when you could have got in there with Evander, and
right.
That's just my whole thing.
He got paid.
Yeah, he got paid. And that's another thing. He got 20 and Jake got 40. I think Mike should have got 40 and Jake got 20 because Mike brought in the faces. Mike brought in the faces.
He must be was low on cash and said, okay. He probably he probably was pushing it, but then he said, let me just grab this money.
Yeah.
It was easy. It was easy money.
Yeah, it definitely was easy money. It was definitely easy money. It was, like you said, I'm not mad at Tyson for that. Get your money. But next time, I think he deserves that 40. Like, that's Iron Mike Tyson, the legend. You're a YouTube
what? Well, you know what? I don't know if people want to, they're not going to trust the next one, and
No,
it won't be as much money. I don't know. They'll probably try to view it on a cheaper channel or a cheaper way, instead of going to see it. And they build it up. They built it up. There's a lot of suckers was out there, but there was a lot of people like boxers. There's a lot of boxers that knew that it's got to be some kind of plan. Because Tyson just walked straight to you and just knock you right out. Try to knock you. And he didn't do that. He didn't do it. So
that's right.
I kind of like
he
couldn't
do it. He couldn't do it if he wanted to. I don't think he could have did it if he wanted to. It's like, he came out looking like an old man. Not for nothing. If that was Terrible Tim versus Jake, I think we would have seen Jake get his head knocked off. You know what I'm saying? Like he just and then Tyson's not living the life too. Like you eating tofu, Tyson smoking weed, he on the couch, and it's all good. He deserves it. He earned it. But to do that and jump back in that ring, that's not an easy thing to do. So he wasn't. Yeah, his body wasn't ready for it. Like to really be put in that type of stress. But there's one thing Jake does. He puts his head down and he throws a crazy overhand. And when I spoke to you, I wanted to ask you, like, how would you defend against that? Like, if that was you and you were dealing with somebody that was ducking their head down, throwing that big overhand, how would you defensively deal with that?
Well, the only thing you can do is just put your shell up, put your hand
going
up.
to the shell. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just go on your hand, but is but if you get faked out of keeping your hands down, you're in trouble. Sometimes they get you faked and let it go, or sometimes they just let it go. If your hands ain't up there, you get knocked out. But the majority of the times, if your hands up there, you should be able to get it because it's right in front of you when it's coming. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a matter of how he time it and let it go. Let it go to the guy he's trying to hit it with. You just got to step and time it right. Mm-hmm. If his hand too low, he might be in trouble. Keep it close to you instead of out here. Keep it close, coming this way instead of that way.
Could you shoulder roll? Could you shoulder roller overhand? Would you shoulder roller overhand?
What you mean? Defensively?
Yeah, defensively. Would you shoulder roller overhand?
Your shoulder, if it's coming, as long as your shoulder and hand is here, you should be able to. You should be able to get it. Yeah, you should be able to get that. Yeah, that's no problem. As long as this is in there and the shoulders up there, and you beat that hand up there. Yeah, that'll catch him. That'll catch the overhand. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that's his big punch. He ducks his head down, throws that big overhand at you. And if you ain't, like you said, if you sleeping and your hand ain't up, he'll catch you with that. And it looked like it's a bomb. Yeah, it looked like it's a bomb. It looked like he got a good punch.
He throw it pretty good too.
Yeah. I think it's his best. He knows it. It's his best punch. It's his go-to punch. It's the punch that knocked everybody out so far. Like the people that he has.
So that's who he knocked the rest of the guys out with the overhand.
Yeah, most of them he knocked out with that overhand.
You better pay me for that. You better pay me for that. Better pay me.
Well, we also had something about, they was talking about I think it was Victor Ortiz. He wanted to come down and fight at 147, and they said the weight cut almost killed him, cutting weight. So I wanted to ask you a question, like,
who are you talking about? Victor Ortiz?
Yeah, Victor Ortiz. He fighting under De La Hoya. He's under Golden Boy, and they was talking about how he tried to come down to 147 and it almost killed him. So I wanted
I remember that.
Yeah, like that weight cutting thing is a science. Like, how did you handle weight cutting back in your time? Like,
we didn't have to worry about it, but I seen a lot of the younger guys struggling with their weight and everything, and all different methods of trying to lose that weight. I believe if you have to almost kill yourself to lose some weight, you belong in the other weight. The higher weight. Right. You got to kill yourself. Either you're not disciplined, or you just not. You can't make that weight and stay strong for that day of the fight. So so that's how it is. It's either the preparation, all that weight. Like if you was heavier than your weight, you got to keep doing it. You don't belong in that weight.
You don't belong in that weight.
Or you got to discipline yourself.
Yes. Yes, yes. Well, a lot of people don't know we're fighting. That's one of the major things there is cutting that weight, like, and then doing it safely. I think the best fighters kind of stay in shape so they don't have to have a whole weight camp and then a fight camp. You know what I'm saying? They kind of already stay in shape. So when it's time to go into fight camp, they'll lose the weight in fight camp. But then you got those that, they balloon all the way up and got to come all the way. I just think that, a lot of like Jerron Ennis looks like he walks around at like 180, 190, and he coming all the way down to 147. And
you talking about Boots?
Yeah, Boots. He like his walk around weight.
Him heavy. I never seen him. I never seen him real heavy.
Because he's saying 147 is too much for him now. He say he can't do it.
Well, he might have to go up to 50 something, but I never seen him I never seen him real. I just got finished seeing him at his fight he just had a couple of weeks ago.
So what do you think his walk around weight is? Like, what do you think he walks around?
I seen him walking around and he looked the same.
Okay.
Yeah, he looked the same. So I don't know. You know more about the news part.
No, he probably walk around one.
I never seen him like heavy. I always seen him in shape. Each time I seen him, he was in good shape and everything. I think that'll make him sluggish. Well, what did he say? 50?
He said going up. He said he was going up to 154, and now he changed his mind and said he's staying at 147.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he was supposed to fight Victor. He was supposed to fight Victor Ortiz. They calling him out, but he said he don't want to go to 154 now. He said he want to stay at 147. So
he got to get more. He got to get a little bit more confident because he is tall enough for the weight. So he just got to gain confidence in them gaining them weight because they so used to losing weight and fighting guys their size. And I think that he might meet that. He might get that done. Move to that next level because he is tall.
Yeah, he's all. We about 6 foot.
I would say that. Yeah, I would say 6'1", 6 foot.
Okay. Oh yeah,
and he's in good shape. He's tall, long arms.
Whoa. Yeah, that's dangerous. But 154 is pretty stacked. He go up there. That's a stacked weight division.
But he fighting that 147 now.
Yeah, he had 147.
Yeah, so that weight is only a couple of more pounds. That is kind of, but it's only a couple of. It ain't like 20 pounds. So really, those guys in that weight class could tell you better than me. But I'm almost saying he should be stronger. He should be a little bit stronger because that's only like that's 47. That's 6 pounds or something, right? About 7 pounds.
Yeah,
he'd probably be a little bit sluggish. He'd be a little sluggish, but probably more powerful in his punches. Maybe.
Well, he gonna need it up there. He got Fundora, Terrence Crawford, Makaval. He got some killers up there. Victor Ortiz. It's a stacked deck up there. I would think he would stay at 147 and clean out 147, but they saying he can't get the fights. But to go up to 154, he ain't going to run through those dudes. You got Terrence up there. So I don't know about running through him, but he looks like he has a better chance of 147 if he can get the fights. If he can get those fights. They said they scared of him down at 147, but I would think that he would stay at 147 and try to clean that out, then go up to 154, which is that's a definite dangerous division right now. Yeah, especially if you ain't too sure of yourself. And that last fight he just had, it wasn't that, he's so good. He's one of those fighters that he's so good that when he doesn't look so good, they count it as a strike against him because he won that fight.
He felt like he didn't do a good job. I was there. I was close to ringside, and maybe just he needs some more like a more better challenge to really make him feel serious. The guy was serious enough to win if he catches a round in the wrong area, but I guess he felt like I'm gonna get this guy. He's really confident, and that took a lot out of him. It wasn't no challenge, but he did have to watch himself. But then move on to the next guy. So, but I don't care if he gained 5, maybe 7 pounds more and fight it higher. I don't really know if that'd really make a big difference. Might slow him a little bit. So, like he moved up. So people in that weight class, they be talking that I never had to really lose weight, but they made me lose weight just so news media could say, "Hey, he lost weight." You know, because I was like overweight sometimes. I couldn't get ready for fights, being ripped off. But Ennis could go up a couple of pounds in fighting there. They just got to get the confidence. I'm sure they got it. That's what it's over. Just a couple of pounds. Just know it's how you fight and land that punch on somebody's chin. If it's like just 5 pounds away, I can see if it's 100 pounds away.
Yeah, facts.
No, I can see if it's 100 pounds away. Yeah. So there's just a little bit. They're the same weight. 5 pounds heavier. They kind of like the same.
That's why I think he should just stay at 147, clean it out. You know, get his confidence up, and then go upstairs and go after those 154. But I think that's what he decided to do, because the word on the street now is that he's going to get a shot at Mario Barrios, I think, and he got a belt. So
I think I heard that.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing. I'm not mad at that. You know, I'm not mad if he sticks around for a Mario Barrios fight. I think that's a good fight. I see him easily winning that. That's going to make him unified. You know, because Mario Barrios.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, Mario Barrios got a belt, so he could be unified off of that fight. I think that's a smarter move than going to 154 right now. But, you know, he's so talented, he can pull it off. He is still the phenom. You know, I've never seen, you know, to me, he's like Roy Jones Jr. with more technique. You know, he got that athleticism, but he got the boots.
Yeah, he don't fight. To me, he don't fight nothing like him. But what did you? He don't fight like Roy.
No, I mean like that athleticism. He looks like he's very athletic.
Okay, like I was getting that mixed up.
Yeah. Now ain't nobody like Roy, baby. Roy's he's in the world by himself. But that athleticism, for a big guy, you know, like it looks like Jerron has that athleticism where, you know, plus his skill can make him a dangerous fighter against anybody, you know. So, and I think, like I said, his last performance, I think he could have did better, but he won the fight. And, you know, I think he was so caught into being the showman.
Yes. He dropped him twice. And one time he dropped him, he almost ended the fight, but the bell had run.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he needs to take his foot off the showman thing a little bit, and do what he do, and the showman thing will come, because you can see he's he has the showboating down to a science, because his showboating is just enough. It ain't overdone like that.
No, he be serious when he be throwing them punches.
Yeah,
He be serious.
Yeah, his showboating is Ben Whitaker. I think it was Whitaker. Ben Whitaker, the one that's over there, he really be showboating in there. He like dancing and slapping you on your head, and and he just for the guy that showed them up, like showed. Or then none of that fancy stuff was working against this guy. This guy was, I don't even know who he was, but he was so serious. But that's what I'm saying. Boots Ennis showboating is timed right. It's not overdone, so you kind of look forward to it than when other people are doing it. So, I wish the best for Boots. I'm pulling for him. Like, I think
let's hope he stay on the right track and do the right things. I think he's gonna
Hey, champ, I just jumped in. Bruce is in the chat. You might want to say hi.
Yo, Bruce, what's going on?
What's going on, Bruce? How you doing, man? Salute to Bruce.
He said, mate, that's California. Is that California?
Yeah, that boxing historian in the
Hey,
house.
can you guys see the chats? I'm popping up here. Is it coming clear?
No, it's too small. Like I was just about to say, this part of the show. Let's take some questions for the champ, but I can't see it. It's kind of small. You may have to make it a little bigger.
It says Jack could stand in the ring. Who pushed that?
But it's too small for my eye.
Who's Money Mitch?
Money Mitch. Hold on. Yeah, I can't see the. Let me see. Okay. All right. Yeah, I had to enlarge my screen a little bit. he's doing that stuff strictly for money, nothing more. I'm not too sure. But right now we got questions for the champ.
Who's doing it for money?
I'm not too sure on that one. Jake is good, but not great, says Sweet Cherry Bill. Yeah, he's good. Like one thing about Jake is he's training like a fighter, so give him that. Tim in his prime, your boxing, same jab, cross hooks. Yeah, well, Tim in his prime is a killer. Tim right now would beat Jake up. I got money on Tim now.
Just give me 3 weeks and a sludge and some axes and sludge hammers. No, that's all I need. Just give me some sludge hammers and axes and stuff, tires to hit him on for like 2.5 weeks, and that's
Jake is going to sleep.
Just have to run a little bit. Just have to run a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah. My money's on Terrible Tim. Yeah, somebody hit Jake line up. Yeah. We got somebody.
Get a big hammer.
So it said the dude who said Jake is misspelling his name. Anybody got questions for the champ? Questions for the champ. He's here for it. Bull Jake would put, I don't know what that means there. Yeah, we got to keep it to the point where we can understand what you're trying to say, people. Hold on, let me open my thing a little bit more so I can see it a little bit better. Yeah, it's kind of small. We definitely... Terrible Tim Witherspoons is a warrior. That is a whole fact. Joe, I'm going with Fury this time. Oh, I think that's a conversation happening.
Fury.
Yeah, I don't know.
Playing?
Yeah, that must be a conversation that's happening within the chat. What do you got on that? The Fury Usyk part 2. You think it's going down the same way?
Well, there's been a gap in the it's been a long time since they was talking. I think Usyk was the last one to have a fight. I think Tyson Fury had a fight before him. So they had enough time to train and get in good shape. But I know they was partying, having fun. Well, at least Tyson Fury probably was. They probably get in shape. So we just got to wait and see because it's been a layoff for a while. We didn't see Tyson, but we did see Usyk before him.
Yeah.
So you just got to wait and see. They get in shape. They got a lot to lose, both of them. So I know Tyson going to get in shape. He represents the Gypsies and the Irish and everybody. And Usyk, he got a backing, so he got to show up. He got to show up.
We got some question. One guy said, Tim, why is the cross guard not used very much today?
Because there's nobody out there teaching it.
Boom, there you go.
There's nobody out there teaching it because they don't know how.
Wow.
Or else you would have seen it. Brian's son could do it better than some grown-ups. I've been showing him. Wesley how to do the cross guard and that defense and everything.
Yeah.
He know more about it than a lot of these older guys, and he's been yeah, he does. He know how to do it.
If he being taught by you, we already know. I'm coming for my lessons too.
He got to polish more.
I'm coming for my lessons too. Somebody said, "Did you ever fight Burt Cooper?"
No, we used to spar. All the time. And him and Oliver McCall we were sparring all the time at Don King's. I was getting ready for my fight, and they would spar with me, but I don't know if they would spar with them. Yeah, they spar with me in the camp, man. That was hard getting ready too, boy.
Wow.
Start off with Oliver or start off with Burt, then Oliver come in behind him. They whipped my behind into shape, boy.
Burt looked like he had a good left hook. Burt looked like
Oliver was just brute strong.
Wow.
Yeah, he was just, that boy was strong, and Burt just go like this and he hurt you. He ain't got to go around. Burt just throw that. Burt, so Burt fought like Joe, and Oliver just boxed a lot. He boxed and he hit you with that right hand. He was strong. Oliver was strong. So I believe he just got finished fighting last week, and he's on his way back. I think he'll do pretty well. Just got to keep his defense tight. He stopped the guy. He stopped the guy in the 5th round.
Whoa. Okay.
But Jake Paul better not come nowhere near him.
Now Jake don't want none of that. Like, what's the name called him out, which I think would be a good fight too. What's the name? SOG Andre Ward. Andre Ward. He called him out. He been out the game for 7 years. Because Jake like to aim for people that ain't been boxing. Like, Andre been out for like a couple of years now. Like, why don't you go at Andre Ward? You know what I'm saying? I think Andre Ward to get in there with you, but I don't know if he's got that weight. Like Andre Ward for like a light heavyweight, right? He wasn't.
Yeah, but it's getting ridiculous now. But he can gain in weight and go up there and fight. He probably make 200 if he can make. He could probably get up to 200. And I don't know, he'll probably get some shots in, or he probably could he'll beat him. What am I saying? He should be able to beat him if it's
I think he beats him because he, once again, like someone like you or him, like it, what you're doing in your life outside of the ring is going to matter. Mike wasn't doing the best with his body. I think even before the fight, didn't he have like an ulcer? They had to take him off the plane or something because his ulcer was acting up.
Who's that?
Mike. Yeah, Mike. Because they were saying something about they had to, because the fight was supposed to actually be on my birthday. It was going to be on July 20th, but then they moved it because Mike had something happened on the plane. They had to take him off the plane. So all that to say is he got all types of ailments going on. Like, he's not, to get in there like that. They need to put somebody in there that ain't got the ailments and, could really show. But Jake is not about that. He's a smart, shrewd businessman. I guarantee he fights an MMA fighter next, or football player, or ex-basketball player. Like,
I had enough of watching him. He's okay. I had enough of watching him.
Yeah, I think the gig is up now. Like, I think Tyson may have been that may have been the cherry on top. Like, I don't know what he can do bigger than that, because now that you done did Tyson, the next move has to be bigger than that. So the next move bigger than that is fight a real boxer. Fight somebody that's an active live dog.
Yeah, I don't think that he can beat anybody in the top 30.
No.
The top 30, he wouldn't be able to beat him. Unless he had a trainer like me.
Then you talk
unless
about
he had a trainer.
Plug yourself, Mr. Terrible.
Unless he had a teacher like me, we could work something.
I agree. Out. You heard that, Jake? You really want that smoke? You need Terrible Tim.
Hey, champ. I'll show him that little skit of what Wes did. He's copying. Wes watched Tim fighting Larry Holmes, and he copied some stuff he was doing today. Wasn't perfect, but I'll show you. Want me to show
that little thing? That little thing.
Throw it on. Let's see it.
All right, let's see. We'll share the screen here. Him doing his cross guard stuff. Mixed it in there like Tim does. All right, here we go. You guys should be able to see the screen now. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, okay. Okay,
see
Wes.
That there?
Okay, Wes.
Then that's all he's supposed to do.
Okay, Wes.
So when he put the hand across here, that should have been eliminated. Just go ahead. 1, 2, 3. See, he put his hands across over there. He's supposed to just keep staying like this. But if he does it like that, that's good. Like here. You usually don't do that. You usually stay here. You usually don't come across the top like that. But he did it.
Yeah. Go on, Wes. Go on with your bad self, man.
Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
Hey, champ, somebody asked earlier, how do you catch a jab without the hand hitting your head? That was a good question.
Yeah, well, you got to keep practicing, and that shoulder got to play a little bit in it. You just got to practice using. Once you keep practicing it, and you'll get it. Most likely, he's going to do something like that. But if you braced everything with the shoulder, you're liable to get the shoulder involved too, and keep it from full powerly coming at you like that. So the shoulder and the hand is going. It's just two things.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody just asked, how's Terrell Biggs and Blood doing?
I talked to Blood about an hour ago on the phone, and he's doing really good. He's doing okay. But I think Terrell's doing all right too. He's down there with his brother, I think. Xavier. They down there. They got training down in Georgia somewhere. Yeah, they got training. They doing training and stuff, training people.
Well, we need to bring Blood on the show. We need to bring Blood.
I talked to him about an hour ago.
Okay.
Yeah, he doing all right.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Salute. Well, we're gonna get all of the greats on here. You know, we don't want to keep y'all too long. What days are we looking at? Where's the wizard at? Mr. Wizard, we got to get a date for our shows so they know when to log in, because this is what it is, the future of boxing. Terrible Tim Witherspoon, Lyte Burly 52, defense first.
What days? We'll pick a day, right, Lyte, Tim? And what I'll do is I'll give you access to the StreamYard, Lyte, just in case if I can't make it, you guys can just pop right on.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. I think what's today? Today is Saturday. I think a Friday or Saturday is good. I think Saturdays is good. This could be a good time right here to pull it off. You know, everybody's relaxed. We jump on to get some boxing news going on, and there's definitely a lot of news things happening in boxing right now. What do you think about the Sheik coming into the game?
The who?
The Sheik, the one that's having all of the fights, the Prince.
Well, there ain't nothing they could do about it,
You got the money.
Do about it. Well, I know the promoters are going after the money and everything, but there's a lot of things that's going on between the boxers and that's in America and other trainers. There's some trainer getting taken care of, dealing with them. And they're taking the fights over there. They paying them real good. Then Jake Paul and I'm doing this. It's just kind of like hurting the regular boxing. I'm sure they're going to reorganize and get back together and try to get things moving. There's fights everywhere, but a lot of promoters chose to go get that fast money over there in Saudi Arabia, which is, what can they say about it?
Yeah, that money there. Like, if it's there to be had, go and get it. He putting on a live card. I think he with Riyadh season. He got Benavidez versus Morrell. He had Boots versus Victor Ortiz, but that's, and I forgot the other two. There's two other good ones. Like he putting on a good card. He putting on a damn decent card, and so. If that money's there to be got, they need to go and get it. So, salute to those people. But, so we want to thank you for joining in. Terrible Tim Witherspoon, Lyte Burly, the Wizard, future
Before
boxing.
We go, Lyte, let me interrupt you. Somebody asked about Marlon. He's doing okay. Anybody wants to help him out, he'd love to teach somebody. He is struggling financially really bad. Has great knowledge. He's in Hartford, Connecticut. I can always put you in touch with him. So this guy said Sweet Cherry Bill's a big fan of Marlon. Would love to do something with anybody. Definitely $20 for an hour of lesson. He told me he would do anything. Really struggling.
Well, wow. Well, you heard it right here. So everybody in the chat, we are going to definitely try to put something together for Marlon Starling. If you need that information, you heard it right here. Get you an hour of information with a champ, true champ, and get that information. Help the older generation of the fighters that today may not be doing it, making the 100 millions like we see the fighters of today making. So we all can chip in to help out. Salute to Marlon Starling. Salute to Terrible Tim. Stay tuned. We will be back.
All right. We out.
Okay.